the apples that I've done, and I use primarily red delicious apples because those are softer and they don't bake well. So it's really hard to use them for apple pies and stuff like that because then they just turn to mush. Okay. If you have any comments, just let me know. I am trying to watch for them, but I'll do my best. All right. So what I've done is I peeled, cored, and chopped them. They're an inch, some of them about 2 inches. Yes, my hands are washed. This is for my family. Hopefully nobody's freaking out that I don't have gloves on. You can see there's a little bit of a peel in there, but you know what? What's the big deal? It'll melt in. And then, so they went brown so much, we had some leftovers Sear Mist. And any lemon lime soda, if you pour it over, or lemon water, pour it over, let it soak for a few minutes, drain it, and they won't brown as quickly. It's great for like doing in advance for cutting apples for lunches and stuff like that. So I had that, and all we're going to do is open our pots. And I have a 1/4 cup of water here. Okay. And that goes in the pot. You know, it's a lot of technicalities. And then you literally just dump the apples in. Okay? And then we'll move that over a little bit. See if you have a better shot of that. And yeah, now you can see inside. And my sink full of dishes drying. Okay. So, what you want to do, two sticks of cinnamon, about 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. If you don't like nutmeg, don't use it. Easy. If your kids don't like cinnamon, don't use it. Also, if you have strawberries that are starting to get a little soft, and you don't want them to go to waste, and your family likes strawberry applesauce, throw them in. Clean, cut the greenery off, just throw the whole things in, and then when you're smashing it, it'll be a beautiful strawberry applesauce, okay? So basically, that's all you have to do in preparation. You want to put your lid on. Make sure the top is set to sealing, okay? And then I'm going to try and tip this so you can see it. You want to pressure cook for 5 minutes, okay? And so I've done pressure. It has 5, and that's going to start any minute. The pressure will build. It will stay for 5 minutes, and then I need to let it just cool on its own. Okay, what will happen is the steam will release slowly, and this little button, I'm going to show you, right here, will go down. And when that goes down, you open the pot and mash your apples. Okay? Yvonne, are you doing this along with us? Okay, so really that's about it. What you want to do is, like I said, you let it cool in here, and it's not going to be cold. When it comes out, it's still going to be hot, okay? And so you can either mash it with the smasher. If you have what's called an immersion blender where you can stick it in and blend it, you can do it right in this pot, okay? And just stick it in and blend it, as you can mash it in there too. Now, if you mash it with the potato masher, it will be a chunkier or chunky applesauce. So it just depends on what kind your family likes. If they like a smooth, soft, you know, especially kids, they're funny about that stuff. They don't like a lot of chunks and things. You know, kids just, they have their own way. And so, yeah, you can totally smash it with the immersion blender. Or what I do is I just throw it in either the food processor or the blender. And you want to do, when you're using your blender, don't do a lot of it at a time. Just do maybe a third at a time, because a lot of blenders, if they're not vented correctly, when it's hot stuff or it's too hot, it will come out the top. Okay? And so you want to do just a little at a time, get it to the consistency you like it. At that point, you taste it, you put a pinch of salt, and if you feel it needs sweetening, now most of these Red Delicious apples are really sweet to begin with. I don't typically have to add any sweetener at all. But if you had a lot of Granny Smiths, number one, I'd chop them smaller because they're a harder apple and they are a lot more sour. And so you might want to add a little bit of honey to taste, or maple syrup, or even a little brown sugar, okay? And you just do it just to taste how your family prefers it and likes it.
No, when it comes to food, you know, I don't.
Is that cinnamon?
Yeah, pull that out. Oh, that smells so good, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Look how nice and all it takes is
Ooh, that's a video.
I like to store the applesauce in jars. I've got a quart jar and a pint jar, so this recipe makes about 6 cups. Enjoy.